All right, welcome back to another episode of Fantasy with Man McMahon. Today we are going to be talking about UCL Fantasy Match Day 4. It's going to be a pretty quick one today because it's the same strategy as Match Day 3 with a few minute changes. We'll talk about how Match Day 3 went because Match Day 3 went pretty well. And actually, my prediction came true. Match Day 3 was better than my Match Day 2 performance, which was tough to beat. But of course, there was a -4 deduction. So after the deduction, it was a little bit worse, but it was a good match day. We'll see just where I'll address where I'm making the changes because it's like even the changes are not really a change to a strategy. It's more just because the match days have switched around in terms of who plays on which day. So it's minor changes. We'll talk about it all. Let's get into it. All right, before we get into my match day 4 team, we'll take a little bit of time just to address how match day 3 went, and it went pretty well. The only real change, like one of my subs wasn't great, but that happens, and it only ended up costing me like a grand total of 3 points, and I'm not gonna lose my mind over that. Let me just put this team on screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Move from back to front as per usual. So unfortunately, neither of my goalies came through. Castiel's he got 2 points. It was okay. I wasn't hoping for a whole lot. There was a chance that maybe he could get something done, but it didn't happen. I'll just take my 2 points. I'm not going to complain about it too much. Back line, Roussillon, Mesrai, Reece James, and Upamecano. So Reece James was the only real miss because he only ended up playing 25 minutes. So obviously, if I'd kept in Alvarez, that's where I would have made up my 3 points. But even then, the midfield and the forwards made up for it. And even then, Mesrai and Upamecano, 8 and 7 respectively. That's solid. That's solid. Otto, I was surprised that I ended up keeping him in my squad, but I did, and here we are. And 4 points is that's decent. And then in the midfield, Sane obviously would have been the best captain choice. I went with Salah. Not a huge loss. Salah was still a good choice. It's not like it was a bad choice because you're never really gonna go wrong captaining Salah. And then Sane had a phenomenal game against Benfica. And hopefully he can repeat that. And then up front, Haller, Lewandowski, Ronaldo all got their requisite goals. I think Haller had 2, and then Lewandowski and Ronaldo both got 1 each. And it was a decent game week. This is what I'm saying. It wasn't a whole lot to change. I'm not looking at the team thinking, oh, I messed up, could have done this. No, it was fine. So you know what? As you're gonna see, it's a quick one. It's large, just copy and paste because it's the same game day. It's the same match day matchups. You just get a different days of the week. So All right. So now that we've talked about how match day 3 went, you're gonna see it's pretty much a carbon copy. I used my 2 free transfers, and my transfers were I subbed out Munier for Christensen, and I subbed in Bruno from Sevilla for Castiles. And the reason for that is I think Sevilla just has the better matchup for the goalkeeper, and then with Christensen, him or Munier, I like them both, but Christensen has the earlier he plays on the second instead of the third, so that's always an advantage to have as many early matchups as possible. So I like this squad where it was on match day 3, so I'll put the new squad up on screen now. It's pretty much the same formation and the same players. It's just you're changing who's starting and who's coming off the bench just because of match day. So back to front, we are starting with Bonu, then Roussillon, Upamecano, Christensen, Reece James. In the midfield, we got Alvarez, Otto, Sane, Salah, and up front we have Ronaldo and Lewandowski. So I'm anticipating. I don't know, because with on the bench we have Destinoglu, who's probably just gonna stay on the bench, and then you have Mesrai, Bellingham, and Haller. I'm guessing Roussillon's going to come out, probably for, because I definitely want to get Bellingham and Haller in there, and I think Mesrai would swap in for Roussillon, so I might end up moving Otto to the bench. I'm not sure yet. We're going to wait and see, because there's also, if there's injury concerns before the November 3rd games, I don't know. But and Reece James and Christensen, that's kind of hedging my bets, because typically what ends up happening is one of them plays, but one of them doesn't, even though they play different positions, but they're on opposite rotations, so I'm hoping for something there, and if they both don't play, then that also works out pretty well. I mean, this is the team. There's not a whole lot to go into because we talked about everything on match day 3. It's just the days have changed and who's at home changes. The matchups are still the same. I'm going with Sane as my day 1 captain, and hopefully that comes in clutch for me. But I'm pretty chill with this. It's a solid team. It got me 90 points last week. I am now, I think, I'm just outside just outside the top 30K in the world, and I'm top 200 in Canada. So that's pretty big dub. This is the thing. There's not a whole lot of strategy to talk about because it's the same team that I took what worked on match day 3 and hope it works again on match day 4. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right. right, so yeah, that's it for today. It was a quick one, yeah, I know, but it was just it's a copy and paste of Match Day 3, because like if Match Day 3 hadn't worked out, yeah, this video would have been longer because of all the adjustments I would have had to make. But I'm gonna make the adjustments because it worked. And yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm just gonna let it ride. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it was a good team. It was a good team, so keeping the band together. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to hear me go more in depth of my strategy on this, you can watch the Match Day 3 video, because that one I go more into. But yeah, that's it for me. Be back, I guess, Thursday, Friday, whichever day it is, for game week 11. Yeah, game week 11 of Fantasy Premier League. So hope your game week goes, or I hope your match day goes well. And if it doesn't, well, I hope you at least enjoy the game. So I'll see you next time. Have a good one, and peace.